Now let me see here. Can I have a road? I can have a road leading straight up to that, so I'm going to. We'll have it go there. And we'll go... Let's see, something like this. We'll have that go straight to about there and... Yeah, something like that. We'll have it be just a nice little sort of curving road that comes in here. It can lead straight up to the front of that building. And then traffic can go wherever it needs to go. In fact, we can change that into that kind of road. So it's not even a properly paved road. It's quite a poor looking road, if I'm completely honest. But that'll work out. It keeps some room on this side for more ore industry, and then down here we can build ourselves just a very basic, very simple little industrial zone. So we can actually have that, connect straight over as well. So let's have that be a thing. We'll go straight down here. That works out quite nicely there. I think I'll put a road just going up behind that as well. And then this is perfect for the industrial zone. And I think what I'm going to do with this is actually have it be a one-way road going that way and going sort of over like this. And then I don't think I want to connect this guy to the avenue. I think this is going to stay disconnected from the avenue, and we'll just do some kind of path in there to fill up that space. I think we'll go for a nature reserve path with decorations, I guess. Could go for a zoo path, but I think we'll go nature reserve because it looks more like a sort of, not a shady kind of alleyway, but more of a, it doesn't look like it's paved. It just looks like a dirt path that people walk on. So something like that. It has some rocks on it. It has got lights on it, and that's kind of why, I like the nature reserve one, because it looks, you know, it's not paved, but it's all right. Speaking of lights, you know what? You know what I fancy doing for a little while? Gameplay, where is it? Use day-night cycle. Let's have a day-night cycle. I haven't had a day-night cycle in the game in a long time. In a long, long time. I'm also thinking here, I want to get rid of those roads for a second. Because... Let's see. I want to raise that up. I think that should be a little nicer looking. Then we can go straight across there. Straight down there. And like that. Just so again, that wasn't quite as sharp there. And that seems okay to me. What we can do with that, quite plain and simple. We'll go in, we'll throw industry in there. I think I'm going to do... I'd like to raise the terrain up here a little bit, actually. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit, so we can get some zoning along this road. Because I want to put some offices or something there. And maybe a high-rise band so they don't get too big, but... Just a little something so we can almost hide the industry from the residential across the river. I mean, it'll not be perfectly hidden. You'll be able to see it up on the hill, but... You can also see that there's at least some nice-looking offices. Let's see, does that look better? That looks better. Alright. So let's see. If we go in and sort of flip these roads around a little bit, that should update the zoning, and it absolutely has. So what we can do is throw offices, well, the whole way up there, actually. Which is kind of neat. We are going to want to do a high-rise ban on this area, and I think what I'll do as well is... Oh, you know what I'm wanting to do here? I wonder if I could... Yeah, I could do this. We could have zoning right along the highway as well. That's kind of perfect right there. That is actually quite perfect. Okay. We're going to do that. We're going to have zoning right against the highway. Let me turn off these guidelines here because they're actually they're not doing a very good job. So something, it's not perfect zoning. It's not perfectly parallel, which is a fun little bit of a alliteration right there. But I think that's close enough that we can get away with it. So throw some offices in there. Throw some offices right here. And we'll just surround the area with some offices. We can put some stuff in there that just, you know, that'll get rid of some of the industrial demand as well. We can maybe put, I don't know, some commercial in here. Maybe have it be that kind of industrial area that has a little bit of commercial zoning going on. So you can have, I don't know, some wholesalers or hardware suppliers or something like that. We'll get some of those out here. We'll do that kind of thing. And then I think maybe, you know what? I kind of like the idea of that all being office, all being commercial. And I'm going to stick with the idea that this is going to have a high-rise ban. I think that's going to be a must for this space, is a proper high-rise ban. So do some industry there, and I don't think I want to put industry up there. Maybe a little bit, but nothing major. Just so it looks like there's something going on, but it's not, you know, it's not a proper industry. So we'll just bring this around to give them water. We'll take this across to give those guys water. I know I could do this a little more efficiently, but I'm just doing it so I can get those nice diagonals. Gonna bulldoze all of that. And we're gonna go straight down from here, across and up. Straight up through the middle. And then connect it back up. And that should cover most of it. It doesn't cover all of it, but that's okay. We'll do that, and that. And we'll go something a bit like that. That'll work. That'll give them everything they need. Electricity is actually not great right now, so I'm wondering if we should maybe throw in, we could throw geothermal in here if we wanted to. We don't necessarily have the space for it. Well, actually, in saying that, we technically do have the space for it. We could get it right there. We could get it almost, we could get it right there, actually. Tell you what, let's throw a geothermal plant up here. It's $65,000, but it's going to give a good amount of power, which is quite important. And, let's see, speaking of power, how do we connect this space up? That's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking maybe just power lines along the back, or even right there, would probably do a fair enough job. So raise you up a little bit. And, basically go there? Yeah, that totally works. Okay, so this should all be connected soon. We should see these guys, yeah, so we've got these trucks going around. They're going to come down and start storing sand, I suppose. And then hopefully at some point we'll have ore for these buildings. I'm pretty sure that we aren't actually... I mean, what is this? What does this produce? It does produce ore. So these guys should have some stuff eventually. Because right now, I mean, all we have is sand storage. We can eventually get ore storage. Let me see here. We need 150 workers. We have that. We need to produce 500 units. We'll do that in no time at all. So we're doing good. I think that'll be really good. I think that'll be a fantastic little industrial area. I reckon it's going to add a lot of traffic, but it's also going to be a lot of profit. We're also about to go to nighttime, which I haven't seen in City Skylines in a long, long time. I'm actually kind of excited for this. I don't think I've seen nighttime in this theme that I'm using at all. Oh, here we go. There it is. Oh, that looks great, man. I forgot how beautiful is this game. Like, how beautiful is that? You know what I mean? I mean, hold on. We need to focus on something so we can get like a bit of context here. How beautiful is, you know, just that right there. Never mind ignore the traffic backing up. It's not the technicalities we're looking at here. It's the beauty of the scenery. Let me see this area over here then. So, oh, we do get those little lights in the path around there. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, that is perfect. I'll admit, it's weird playing the game at night. Like I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I do want to go into gameplay actually and say mouse intensity needs to be really bright at nighttime. There we go. That's much better. So yeah, these guys they're working. They're producing things. These guys down here should be producing metals, which is great. Which actually has me thinking we're going to need warehouses. Do I even have warehouses right now? I don't think I do. I don't think we have any of these yet. Okay. So what we can do then is throw some warehouses in. We could have put those up here actually. But we can throw in some different sized warehouses. We could go for a small warehouse, and I think what I'm going to do for it is actually... I'm suddenly starting to see why I don't usually play this game at nighttime. Is actually go there. And we could do something like that. And that'll be there to store metals. So we can store metals right there. And we should see a lot of these vehicles going and putting metal in there. Now let's go ahead and paint out a district here real quick because we do need to make sure that this area is designated as a no high. What's the policy? It's been a while. high density, oh, what's the high-rise ban? Is that what it is? That might just be the name of it. I might be overthinking it. We'll figure out the name of the policy in a second. It's been a while. It's seriously been a while. Like, I've put a lot of time into cities recently with this DLC, but I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, to be honest with you. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 4. I'm kind of addicted to it. You've probably noticed. If you follow the channel in any capacity, you'll probably be aware of the amount of times I've posted videos that are like, hey, guess what I'm playing again? Guess what game I'm live streaming? Yeah, it's the new addiction. Anyway, let's see policies here. So, policies, it's gonna be high-rise ban, isn't it? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Let's encourage biking. Let's see. Let's maybe filter industrial waste, so there's less pollution here. Outside connection traffic capacity is increased by 20%. Applies to boats, planes, trains, and private cars. Huh. Costs 10,000 per week. Yikes. All right. Workers' union. Slightly increase adult citizen happiness. Reduce residential tax income by 2%. Automated toll. Increase vehicle flow through toll booths. Reduce toll booth income by 30%. Now we're good. Speaking of toll booths, what does it look like at night? It looks pretty cool. It also, I'm pretty sure, doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that the toll booth is broken right now, so I'm actually going to just get rid of it. And the reason I say that is because I think Traffic Manager is basically just breaking it. Because I noticed Traffic was like trying to change lanes inside of the toll booth and doing all that stuff, and it wasn't doing that when I first tested it, so I guess it is worth mentioning. Traffic Manager actually hasn't been updated for industries yet. So eventually it will be, and when it is, I'm sure the problem won't exist, but I am still playing industry. This is still a pre-release version that I'm playing. I'm recording this episode, you know, before it's even released, so that's kind of what's going on there. That's why, you know, the game will be maybe slightly different when you play it. Might be. There might be some small changes. And, you know, some of the mods might actually work, which will be great. Now, it is good to see that traffic is, you know, while it's not perfect, it is sort of flowing. I think I am going to go in and see if I can do a little bit of micromanagement here. So, they can't actually merge in this stretch. So, what I'm going to say is this left lane here is the only one that can turn off. And then you can go there exclusively, maybe? And then, I guess, there exclusively? I guess? And then I'm trying to figure out, like, what way is best to do this. Because I want to make sure that my traffic is... I guess we don't want them merging there, right? Because that's a very short section of road. You are left turn exclusively, and then you can merge across. That's fine. And then you can sort of do similar, right? Here, I'm gonna do my usual little thing where we say, you know, you can merge one lane over at any time. And then right here is gonna be there and there, I suppose. And then straight on, I guess. I'm kind of tempted, actually, to say that we change these little bits in here, because that should maybe be 2 lanes and 2 lanes. Because then we can say that, you know, you go straight on and you go straight... No, you need to be able to merge across, though. Although you could merge there. Oh, I need to... again, it's been a while. You can do that. You can go straight on and you can go straight on. There's no merge point there, so you can stay left turn exclusively. You can go there and there, and I guess you go straight there. Let's see what that does for traffic for a second. So if they want to go from here directly into the industrial area, they just have a short left turn. If they want to go from here to the industrial area, they will be able to do it from any lane that they want, really. I kind of want to make sure that it's a little more controlled here. So you guys are actually going to need to be able to cut across there, which is annoying. So that's fine. But basically what they'll do is they'll want to be in the middle lane if they want to go to that industrial area. Because that's the only lane that's going to take them there. So they do have to cut across all of that traffic, which isn't quite ideal, but it's moving. At least, you know, that's a positive. I'm also still quite convinced that's not a perfect circle, but whatever. That's fine. I'm also, you know what? I'm I'm kind of over nighttime. That really didn't last long. That could have been a good thing, but it's quite difficult to play the game when it's just dark. It's actually quite a challenge. I'm not quite sure I like it. Anyway, let's have a little look down here. Traffic is going crazy. It is having a bad time. I do have traffic lights here. Like, there's traffic lights here, there's traffic lights here, and that is holding a lot of the traffic back. But it's holding it back a lot more than I want it to. We're gonna have to look into that. I think these guys here need better connections. I mean, very few of them use this road because this road's actually quite slow, and this is obviously a direct highway connection. And also, you know, a lot of this industrial space is producing goods that are then going into the, in this case, I guess we'll call it northern parts of the city. So there's a lot of that going on. That's definitely going to be hurting things a bit. So we're gonna have to figure out traffic and figure out the best way to fix that. Now for right here, I'm thinking we maybe want to go ahead and measure this. So that's 400, right? So if that's 400, I think that's 400. So we want to go straight across, I think. Yeah. So we want to go straight across. Do we? Yeah, we do. We want to have a little gap there of 240. So that is 200. That is 240. And then we leave a gap? Really? Oh, I did leave a gap in there. Okay. So straight up and straight down. And then I think that's 360. That's 440. That's 440. That's 400. And then this comes straight across like that. That's 400. So this goes straight across like that. All right. And then I think we went like 10 units in on either side, probably. Am I right? 440, so that might have been more than 10. Let's have a quick look. 400, yeah, we went 11 on either side. So 440 either side. We go up, we leave a little gap like that, and we are going to build this, you know, it's going to be symmetrical, but it's not necessarily going to serve the same purpose as the area down below. So we'll go ahead and circle that around, have that go out, and that's going to be a little one-way road leading right through the middle there, I suppose. Yeah, that'll work out. I also haven't changed this into that type of road. There we go. I might actually make those two-way. I think making those two-way is going to be a better idea. And then up here, I guess, technically needs to be tram tracks as well, but we'll just make those regular two-way roads for the time being, because we still don't have trams in here, and I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to put trams in here. I guess a tram depot down here could be an idea. I wonder if it would fit. I wonder if I can actually do that. Let's see, tram depot. Oh, it fits quite nicely, actually. Not perfectly, but nicely. I think I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to put some paths around it, because it'll just look decent. So a little path that comes down, goes to there, and goes like that. That seems alright. That gives it some lights. I mean, could do some dirt. Could do some dirt, actually. I think I will do the dirt one. I think the dirt one just looks the part. So we'll do that. That gives the tram tracks somewhere to sort of head towards. And I guess they connect here. I guess that could work. Or, actually, in saying that, we have an opportunity to do a thing that I tested, which was, let's see if this actually works. Let's see. So we want to go through there. Right? So we want to go 45 degrees off of that and through there. So if I was to go, I mean, I can't do this. But I think, is that the 45 degree mark? I think that is. So that needs to go Oh, I need to get this right, though. That's going to be the tricky part. Because we could have it cut straight through, couldn't we? Although that's going to cause a lot of traffic. That is going to cause a lot of traffic. But I like the idea of having it go 45 degrees through there and then sort of out and along the beach almost. That could look really cool. Let me see. Let me have a think here. It doesn't want me to do... It doesn't really... It actually doesn't mind that. All right. Okay. Sure. It's probably not exact, but that'll do. All right. Then off of here, we're going to go... I don't know. Let's say 10. Off of here, we can go 10. And I guess we just have it. Oh, hey, we're level 2 in the quarry. Fantastic. It's more efficient, less polluting. We got ore industry workers barracks, industrial steel plant. That'll be great. Glass as well, ore storage. This is perfect. This is perfect. We can start looking at manufacturing things quite soon. Because that steel is going to be so important. All right, so we'll go to there. We'll go like that and like that. Okay, so that gives us a connection for the trams. So let's put some trams in. Let's have them circle. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna have them sort of circle in here, I think. So we can have them. I think I do want them to come in here. And maybe just something short like that, right? Like a tiny little tram track that doesn't really go all that far. But it does circle around, and it does mean you can sort of get around the center of the town really well. Now that's a one-way tram track. That's going to be kind of a pain to deal with. But what we'll do is we'll start a tram here. We can have it sort of go up and do its thing, and very similarly to, let's see, it can't go that way. So it is actually, this one's going to have to go quite far up here. That's fine. That's okay. So we can have one that circles around there as well, but what I'm going to do is have this one sort of alternate down this side as well. And then down to here. And then it could just go, it can actually go through the middle there, and I think I will have it go through the middle. Because it can, and go like that. So that'll be a bunch of trams. It's obviously more traffic, but that's fine. I'm not really too worried about that. What I actually really want to do is go and say factories. So we have the industrial steel plant, which will turn metal into industrial steel, basically, which is then good for exports. We have the printing press, which will turn paper and plastic into something. We have this, which will turn a bunch of ingredients into something. Let's get the industrial steel one. It's 75,800 per week. It's enormous. It is actually enormous. I don't... You know what? Maybe it could go down here. Maybe it can sort of be its own thing, because there's actually not that much traffic comes down here. So maybe this giant factory can sort of be thrown. I mean, the problem is it's miles away, right? The problem is this thing is both huge and is now miles away from where the stuff is made that it uses, but I don't think we're ever going to have room for this kind of thing in the proper town. I can actually put fences around this as well. That's interesting. I didn't know I could do that. That's very interesting. I should probably also get a train connection down there. I wonder if that's something we could do. So if I bring... Let's see. So I don't really think that's going to be a... I don't think it's going to be a one-way road. But if I bring a road around this... Something like that, right? So it's just a road that's tightly hugging that factory. I kind of want to do a one-way road. And it's... See, the problem is, though, this is going to be a pain to do. I think the one-way road's going to have to go the other way. So the one-way road's going to go that way. And then I think we put a train, which... You know what? I think I'm going to turn the factory around. Because if the factory's facing that way, the vehicles can come out here, and then they can go straight to the cargo train terminal, which will be right there. And then they can loop around and go straight back into the factory. So that seems like it would be super efficient, and it seems like that'd be a way to get, you know, some cargo exported, you know, kind of quickly. That seems like a good thing. Now let's see. We actually we have industrial trains up here as well. I'm probably going to want to, I'd probably want to connect those up. Oh, I'm going to need so many trains. This feels like a county. This doesn't feel like a city yet. Like, it's weird. This doesn't feel like a normal City Skylines game because I'm having to figure out, like, there's a lot of micromanagement with the industry. I like it, though. It really feels like, a proper change of pace to focus on the industry more. So, I'm trying to figure out what the best way to connect this would be. We could absolutely create like a roundabout for trains here, but that seems like its own nightmare. Let me see. Do we have a warehouse down here? We actually don't. We could get one. In fact, I think I'm going to throw a couple of small warehouses just beside the train station. Can I put steel in there? We can do ore products, but steel actually isn't something we can put here. What if we had metal storage down here then? What if metals were actually... We can do glass as well, I suppose. We'll do metals... No, we'll do glass as well, because I think we can actually make glass now, can't we? So we got a larger mine, but we also got the glass manufacturing plant. So we'll do glass down here, but it will be manufactured up on site. That seems like a good idea. Okay. So glass is going to need a plant, and the plant is going to have trouble getting placed because the slopes are too steep. So what if we flatten a little bit of this land? I mean, this is going to create, yeah, it's going to create a cliff there, but I mean, we get the glass plant at least. It doesn't look great, but that is terrible looking. That is terrible looking. What about back there? It would fit there, so let's try and move this factory. Let's put a little bit of road in here. So a little bit of road right there. We'll put the factory right there, and we'll put the glass plant right there. Now we can smooth all this out and pretend it never happened. So there we go. Just smooth that out. Nothing ever happened. So now we're making glass. Glass is going to be stored all the way down here. And then we can do something with glass later on. So that'll be fine. Now in terms of connecting up this train to wherever it needs to go, that is the tricky part here. So what I'm thinking we maybe do is take it out quite a distance. So just take it straight across, like straight out to here, straight across the water, sort of in through here, merge it at this point. And then maybe out, so it can go out there, it can go out there, and then it won't be able to go that way. Which I guess is okay. I mean, it's kind of not, but it's all I got. So let's see here. Let's go 10. Let's lower the slope way down. Let's go up by 1, up by another, and we'll go up by another. So that's going to raise up. That'll go really nicely over the highway. So just something nice and simple. Then we'll bring it out. We'll go like this. And try and get it to sort of go nice and parallel to the other train track. So that'll work. Then on this side, we're going to do a similar thing. We're just going to go out quite a bit. We'll go a little bit further. And then we'll start raising the track up to go over the highway. We'll go over the highway. And I think we're just going to keep it raised because it kind of does need to turn into a bridge. Although maybe it should curve before it turns into the bridge. So something like that. So it's going a little more directly over the river rather than, you know, sort of that way. So we'll bring this to here. We're going to go straight across to about that point, and that actually looks okay. That actually looks okay. So let's then curve it this way a little bit. Let's see, so that way a little bit, and we'll go straight along again. And this will hopefully cover the highway. It doesn't. That's annoying. What if I do road length off? And grid off as well. Can I get that to go perfectly? No. All right, well, that's annoying. We'll bring it back a little bit. We'll turn road length and grid back on. And we'll have it just curve towards the highway ever so slightly so that it can get over there easier. Have it go to there, and then I kind of just want it to curve towards the other track. A bit of a sharper curve than we've done before, but that looks relatively parallel. It is going uphill as well. That'll be fun for a train. What if we lower it down for that instead? So what if we go to there, lower it down, and go like that? That looks a little bit more level, which I like. Get rid of you. Go 10, and like that, and lower. Can I get this to be even looking? Yeah, that'll have to do, I think. That'll probably have to do. So let's see. We'll have this curve out. We'll have it connect like that, right? Now that lets it export itself, you know, out that way. But no, that looks terrible. That looks really bad. Hold on a minute. I can fix this.